James Brayshaw and Billy Brownless. This is Triple M's Rush Hour.
Well, we need to talk about the very sad passing of Taylor Hawkins, of course, the incredible drummer for the Foo Fighters. So we've got our resident incredible drummer, Matty O, to wander in. Hey, Matty.
Lads, how are you? It's just shock, isn't it?
Where?
Were you shocked when you heard it?
Yeah.
Where were you and what did you think?
I was in the car listening to the footy, listening to you guys call the footy, and it was right when the G was getting evacuated. So it was just a strange feeling everywhere, wasn't it? And it's just one of those things I was thinking about the other day. Like, you think of Dave Grohl, he's like the nicest guy in the world. And now this has happened twice.
I know.
Kurt and now Taylor.
So Dave Grohl's a drummer, right?
Yeah.
Could he go and just replace Taylor? Or no, it just won't happen. That's just too easy, Bill.
Well, I reckon he'll do the recordings going forward. Like, I think the band's going to continue. That's the general vibe I get. It's just a matter of how long it takes now, because, I mean, they've had gigs. Well, they've got their Australian tour. Well, they had their Australian tour in December. They'd have gigs past that. It's an operation. It's a business that would be planning 2 or 3 years in advance.
Yeah.
Not only those two members for Dave, but that whole sort of grunge unit, Chris Cornell, like they were all really tight.
It's sad, isn't
Which
it?
is amazing. And a lot of them have fallen by the wayside. Now, this bloke, I didn't realise, my partner's a massive Foo Fighters fan, so she was educating me. I didn't realise he was Alanis Morissette's drummer.
Yeah, and so he played with her when she was at Dizzying Heights for Jagged Little Pill, selling out arenas everywhere. And he left that really to kind of take a punt on the Fooies when they were first starting. And they were doing rooms the size of the Corner Hotel in Richmond. So, which is like, 500 to 600. So it was a gamble. It paid off. And, that just really shows that was his passion. That's
How
what
good
he
a
was
drummer?
doing.
You know what you're looking at?
Yeah,
How
great.
good was he?
Yeah, one of the best. I mean, you've got to be to play in that band.
What's it make a good drummer? What is it? Because you're a good drummer, British, India.
Yeah, it's just having swing. Like, a lot of people will say that, Charlie and Phil Rudd and Ringo are very basic drummers, but they have a lot of swing. It's not about having the technical, capabilities. It's about what's doing right for the song.
What's swing?
Just finding the right tempo without going to, a click track, So it's not robotic.
Right.
And it's just got the right feel to it. Yeah.
I see you walking around and you're always playing the drums. It's like us with a footy, handballing it to each other. And I see you, Matty, walking around and you've got 2 pens or something. You're always playing the drums.
Yeah. Just a ball of energy, just trying to get rid of it all.
When you see Taylor Hawkins, and obviously all the videos have come out since his passing, he was a full-on drummer.
Yeah.
Like, when you look at, I love drumming, having been a drummer myself as a kid. Bill.
Oh, gee, don't bring yourself.
Not only a tenor drummer and a snare drummer in the pipe band, and Matty knows that, in the pipe band, but then very poorly in a kids band. But I'm more a Matt Cameron Pearl Jam enjoyer. Very classy, very simple. None of the big sort of elaborate movements. But this bloke was like a show in himself.
Yeah, and it feels like that kind of drummer is slowly fading away now that music's changing, where you can, if you've got your own home studio setup, you can record a lot of it on a computer now. So it really feels like that, 4 or 5 guys in a room kind of mentality, like those drummers that you really love, are not a thing of the past, but they're kind of more like, not as common.
Unlike Jim, I'm not a drummer, Matty. Is it still sex, drugs, and rock and roll?
Well, it's funny. I've been speaking to a lot of musos like post-COVID, and for a lot of them, like, while it sucked not being able to go out and play, a lot of them have really kind of checked in with themselves and realised that, they're eating better, doing a lot more physical activity. And just being in the one place is really good for them. Because when you're constantly moving around, you guys know when you're playing cricket or footy, it's the early checkouts, it's the load-ins, it's all the behind-the-scenes stuff. That can,
exactly. Because how many would be with the Foo Fighters? That work in the whole Foo Fighters family? How many would there be?
I reckon it'd be over 100. I reckon they'd have a travelling circus. You got stage, production, everything. And that's the other thing. It's like the whole operation's stopped now. Yeah. So it's like they're all out of work, essentially.
So tell me this, as an enjoyer of his work, what was your favourite drumming track that the Foo Fighters released?
I think there's a track called The Pretender, which is good, which has got a bit of everything. All My Life too. I mean, that's the good thing about this band. Every song was different, and he had his own kind of spin on it. So that's what makes the band really special. And it's sad.
There was a really cool clip on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's still there. They were doing a sound check somewhere. Yeah. And Dave was behind the drums for the sound check. And he refuses to play Smells Like Teen Spirit, apparently.
Yes.
Like, he just won't do it out of respect for the whole Nirvana thing. So it wasn't Roach on the... Not Roach. It wasn't Taylor Hawkins on guitar. It was whoever else.
Yeah.
But they spun into the ding-a-ding, And then Dave just couldn't help himself. So it was a "Ba-da-doo, and everyone's like, yes, we finally got him to do it.
Yeah,
so they're obviously so tired, he'll be shattered.
Yeah, it's guttering. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens next. But, I mean, you just don't know how long that's going to take.
Great chatting to you, Matty O.
Thanks for having me in, guys.
you,
Always
Matty.
fun.
It's the Rush Hour, Triple M.